And back on the Joey Jones Show on UTV 44, coming to you from Mugshots Grill and Bar on Airport Boulevard. It's okay, Coach. We got the trivia question for you to finish your burger there. All right, Tennessee's record against current Sun Belt Conference teams, they are 5-0. They beat Arkansas State, Louisiana Monroe, and Western Kentucky once, beat Louisiana Lafayette twice. So here's hoping that they are 5-1 by the time this afternoon is over. So let's focus on the Vols and start with their offense. Now, they've been stymied the last couple of games, but of course they've been playing Oregon, they've been playing Florida. Right. You got to factor that in when you're looking at them, right?
There's no doubt. They're a very good offensive team. They've made some mistakes, which really hurt them. But I see a team that can move the football if they don't make mistakes. If they take their mistakes out, I think they move the ball against Florida, and they move it against Oregon. But those are two very talented teams they win against.
Absolutely. Now, statistically, they have a lot of success running the football, don't they?
They do, and they believe in running the football. And they have two good running backs that can run it up in there. They also got good speed and get on the outside. So they're very dangerous running the football because they're so big. With them leaning on you and pushing on you the whole game, 340 pounds pushing on you the whole game, it's kind of difficult at times. So they believe in that. That's what they're going to do.
And so, SEC caliber everywhere, but especially offensive line, how do you counter that?
By quickness. We've got to be able to shoot gaps. We've got to be able to move our front. If we stand up and just try to man up on those guys the whole game, it'll be very difficult, so we'll move our guys around.
Now, how would you compare them offensively to, say, a Western Kentucky?
They're different. They're a spread team. Mm-hmm. If you look, they're similar to us in what they do. They try to run the ball out of the shotgun. Western Kentucky really is more under center. They base everything under center, but they run a zone play, and that's what they're going to run. They believe in it. They're going to run it as much as they can.
Now, when you look at the 2 of our 3 games, we've given up some points pretty quickly and then made some defensive adjustments, and that's good for our defense, but at the same time, we can't afford to fall behind too far too early, can we?
This is a venue you don't want to be 14 points behind or 17 points behind early because the crowd will become a major factor at that point. The best thing we can do is take the crowd out of the game by playing good early.
What do you think is the strength of our defense has been so far this year?
I think the strength of our defense has been our defensive line. We have good players everywhere, but I think our defensive line, the depth that we're able to bring, because of the recruiting guys we brought in. We got quality players rotating in and out. There's really not a lot of difference between them. And so they've been able to really attack the quarterback, to stop the run, and once we figured out what they were doing in games. And so I think that's probably our biggest strength, our defensive line.
And how do you feel about our ability to keep that Tennessee offense in check today?
Well, we got to try to control the line of scrimmage. And everything you do offensively and defensively, if you control the line of scrimmage, you got a shot. And there's no different this week, and it's probably vital this week because if we don't stop their run, they're going to continue to run it, and they're not going to put the ball in the air much. So we better stop that first and have a chance.
Well, we'll take a look at that Tennessee defense in just a couple of minutes, but let's go to the player profile right now. He has 1 catch for 15 yards this year, but a viable option and the big reason we are where we are in this program's progression. Let's talk about Corey Walden. He is the subject of our Mobile Gas player profile.
Oh, this year, we got more leaders, we're more mature. We used to play around in meetings and stuff on the field, but now we're all locked in. Feels good, like 20 years down the road, they gonna know my name because I was I was part of the first recruit who came in. I was quarterback, I threw 3, ran 3. Yeah, so I love it.
Have you ever told Coach Jones, look, I can play quarterback?
My first 09, I could do it, but now I forgot how to throw everything. Big family. We always fight. We fought everybody, no matter how old you was. The girl, we only got 1 girl, so we fought her too. Big competition.
You did beat her, right?
Yeah, I ain't punch her, but we sling her around.